and timely.
Now you're watching The Insight here on Lookuptv. My name is Brian Amwai, in for Ian Kitani tonight.
On The Insight tonight, questions arise over Meru Governor Mwangaza'S arrest as police refute claims. Also tonight, a section of Ukambani leaders seek answers as the Mavoko demolitions enter day 6. And family seeks justice after a 12-year-old boy drowns in a school swimming pool in Nyeri.
Our sign language interpreter tonight is Josephine Ouko. Let's begin. Now, police have refuted claims of arresting Meru Governor Mwangaza'S while donating a cow to a family as part of her Okolea outreach program in Ruiga, Meru County. According to reports, the governor is alleged to have boarded the police vehicle herself. John Matava now reports.
Meru Governor Mwangaza'S was involved in a standoff with the police while running a outreach program Okolea in Ruiga, Meru County.
Alitumana ni kujiwe ni nani na nimefanya makosa gani? Hii ni project ya serikali. Tulikuja na department ya livestock hapa, tukaendelea na mradi wetu. Askari wakakuja, nikawauliza shida ni nini, wakaniambia niingie hapa na nikaingia peacefully. Hakuja kuwa na makelele, hakuja kuwa na shida yoyote, na mpaka sasa wamekataa kugurumisha gari. Mimi nawaomba mwenye aliwatuma atuambie nani aliwatuma, ndio tujue nani ambaye ametumana na ni makosa gani imefanyika hapa. Maana ukiangalia raia wote wako peaceful. Kila mtu ako na amani yake. Hata hatukuwa wengi hivi, tulikuwa watu kama 10 peke yake. Hao watu wamekuja kwa sababu wameona gari ya polisi imefika, ndio wakaingia hapa. We wanted to make it very silent na tufanye kazi yetu polepole, lakini askari wamekuja kufuruga.
While at it, the police have come clear and dismissed claims of arresting the governor, further stating that it was a mistaken identity.
Nafikiri kuna mtu alishika madam.
Mbona mnatumiwa vibaya na wanasiasa?
Hakuna madam.
Nani alitumana ni kujiwe?
It was just a mistaken identity. Tunaomba utulie radhi.
According to reports, the program dubbed Okolea was earlier banned by Interior CS Kithure Kindiki, citing eruption of chaos and insightful to the youth.
Huu ni muradi wa serikali. Kwa hivyo kabla ya media itoke hapa, to be very balanced, tunataka kujua wametumwa na nani na walikuja kwa sababu gani.
Additionally, the governor has been facing a series of troubles with the current motion to remove her from the office after being accused of more than 9 offenses, including taking privileges, poor leadership and misuse of county money. John Matava, Lookuptv.
Now, blame game took center stage today in the ongoing demolitions in Athi River. The section of Ukambani leaders demanded answers while the Kenya Kwanza allied leaders blamed Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka for the woes. Now, the happenings as the DCI has started collecting statements from those affected to aid in investigations.
As demolitions in Athi River entered day 6, the DCI played host to victims who came to present different ownership documents, the victims being required to explain in writing the procedure they followed to purchase the controversial land. According to the report from ongoing investigations, many victims stated that they purchased land through cash, bank transfer, and other means. Others presenting questionable documents showing they purchased pieces of land under the Komarok Society, while the case in court shows the land being under Azimio Kenya Society. The DCI office now says in the next 2 weeks, they will be receiving reports and complaints from the victims. Leaders from the Kenya Kwanza Brigade are now pointing fingers at Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, claiming that he has an agenda in the land ownership. The leaders have now called on DCI to expand its list of people under investigation.
Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and Honorable Wavinya Ndeti, and other leaders be compelled to publicly declare what their private interest, and I want you to mark the word private interest, not public interest, is in the Portland's land. They should also be investigated on how much land has been allocated to them through their proxies. The DCI list should be expanded to capture the big fish, including governors and the party leaders.
A few hours later, leaders from the Wiper party slammed Kenya Kwanza, accusing them of politicizing the matter.
And therefore I want to tell in the strongest terms possible the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament that they have no business dragging Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka into demolitions of Mavoko houses orchestrated by their government. And we know, everybody in Kenya knows who land grabbers in Kenya are.
For now, uncertainty about the future of victims hangs in the balance as demolitions continue. Aludagail for Lookuptv.
Now to the corridors of justice. Supposed fake lawyer Brian Mwangaza'S has pleaded not guilty in a case where he is accused of impersonating a city lawyer. Mwenda, who was arraigned and charged with 6 counts, presented himself before the Nairobi Chief Magistrate Lucas Onyina accompanied by lawyers Dunstan Omari and John Haminwa. Beatrice Kageha now reports.
Brian Mwangaza'S, who became a wanted man after being accused of impersonating a city lawyer, has pleaded not guilty to all 6 charges against him. Mwenda, who appeared before Chief Magistrate Lucas Onyina, is facing several charges, among them making false documents, practicing certificate, as well as uttering false documents. The Law Society of Kenya, through its president Eric Theuri, who gave a statement through his Twitter account, referred to Mwenda as a culprit of cases of forgery and identity theft, while giving assurance that the law is going to take its full course to ensure that Brian Mwangaza'S case is dealt with. Beatrice Kageha, Lookuptv.
Now, Anne Adhiambo, the main suspect in the murder of Nairobi Hospital Acting Finance Director Eric Maigo, will remain in police custody as the investigations continue. Now, Adhiambo was arraigned on Wednesday, with the prosecution asking the courts to detain the suspect as analysis of the CCTV footage and blood stains from the murder scene continue.
Having been in custody for the past 21 days, Anne Adhiambo, prime suspect in the murder of Eric Maigo, will again remain in police custody waiting for the conclusion of investigations. The prosecution has asked the courts to give them time to conclude the analysis of the evidence collected. Senior Principal Magistrate Zainab Abdul, while granting the application for an extension of time, noted that the police are yet to ascertain the age of the suspect. DNA samples from the suspect clothes have not been concluded, and that the police are yet to analyze the CCTV footage.
The reasons advanced is that the garments recovered with blood stains are yet to be analyzed at the forensic laboratory and a report prepared. The CCTV footage is still in the process of being analyzed. These are very weighty issues considering the offense and the investigations. It is also in the best interest of the respondent that proper investigations are undertaken so as to get to the root of the matter. As for the issue of transfer to a child-friendly facility, the issue of age is still under investigations to ascertain whether or not she is a minor. In the interest of justice, I will allow the application for extension of time to allow the IO to complete investigations.
Adhiambo's age has been a subject of debate, with the courts yet to establish if she is underage, as claimed, or over the age of 18. The prosecution is, however, arguing that the suspect is over 18 years, denying the allegations that the suspect was being held in deplorable conditions.
There is no indication that she is being held in an inhumane condition. There is no complaint that she's being mistreated.
Adhiambo was captured on CCTV escaping from the scene of Maigo's murder on the morning of the 15th of October in Jamhuri area of Nairobi. She stands accused of being behind the gruesome murder of Maigo, whose body was found with 25 stab wounds. Brian Amwai, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Now, President William Ruto has called on China to help African countries invest in financial institutions to help the continent benefit from concessional loans while addressing a high-level forum on digital economy in Beijing, China. President Ruto has also implored China to invest more in renewable energy in Africa to address the negative effects of climate change. Henry Tende now reports.
In his fourth day official visit to China, President William Ruto has sought China's help for African countries to invest in financial institutions while also leveraging on the business partnership with these institutions to access concessional loans. The head of state pointing out that Africa as a continent continue to suffer economically due to unforgiving loan terms from multilateral funding institutions.
China to work with us in the reform of the international financial institutions so that we can leverage on these institutions and use China's muscle to invest more in those institutions and to work with us in its reform so that countries in the developing world can access more concessional development financing to lift the huge burden on many African countries of liquidity that they experience at this point in time.
With his continued efforts to have the continent produce clean energy to deal with negative effects of climate change, President Ruto has invited China to play a frontline role and invest in renewable energy in the region.
China's immense knowledge and capabilities in renewable energy will go a long way in ensuring that we unlock the huge potential of renewable energy assets in our continent and investments in green manufacturing, green industrialization.
On matters digital economy, President Ruto has fronted Africa as a region that is ripe for investments in digital development, calling for investors to leverage on the opportunity provided by a youthful and energetic population to develop the digital infrastructure in Africa.
Africa is emerging as the last frontier of global industrial transformation. With its tremendous endowments of millions of youthful, skilled, and educated young people, abundant natural resource wealth, including minerals and expansive tracts of arable land, as well as green energy potential, Africa possesses unique capacity to drive the next phase of global industrialization. This means that Africa can become the world's clean, green, cheap global manufacturing hub if the right volumes of investment is directed to our continent within a short time.
The head of state is adamant Kenya, like other African countries, will prioritize investment in digital economy to spur development and create jobs for millions of youth in the continent.
Ultimately, this is the irresistible promise of the digital economy. Its capacity to be inclusive, democratic, to empower individuals and groups with global reach and limitless opportunity, and make possible the most efficient exchange of goods, services, and information.
Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
On the inside, don't go too far, we'll be back here in a moment.
Factual and timely.
Are you looking for experts in waterproofing systems, concrete admixtures, flooring systems, refurbishment solutions, roofing, sealing and bonding, and building finishing systems? Look no more, as Sika Kenya got you covered. With over 113 years of experience, we offer our customers a comprehensive one-stop shop experience and the best technical support. Our products are available in all leading hardware stores and building merchants across the country. Call us today on 0711 140 232 or 0786 140 834 or email us on sales@ke.sika.com. Sika Kenya, building trust.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
And timely.
Well, thank you for staying with us. NHIF CEO Elijah Wachira has refuted claims of misuse of public funds as Public Investments Committee on Social Services Administration and Health raised concerns on corruption-linked cases.
The issue of car park, yes, do you see this as just a well-crafted and choreographed arrangement to defraud NHIF, as opposed to some well-intentioned, oversight, where the intention was good, but there were maybe lapses or oversights. To me, this looks like a very well calculated design to just basically siphon money out of NHIF.
After the land was purchased, new people claimed ownership of that land. There are costs associated with the purchase of land, and there are further costs associated with defense in court for our position that NHIF is the rightful owner and Crown Freighters are not.
Now, students from Rio Kindo High School in Kisii were forced to go home for early Christmas holidays after fire razed down their dormitories. Now, the school administration has stated that the incident is linked to power failure and investigations are currently ongoing. Form 4 students, however, stayed behind to prepare for the upcoming KCSE exams.
Given that the term is coming to a close and our students have completed doing exams, they be released to proceed for their vacation so that they can leave space for the candidates to continue staying in school and prepare for their KCSE and finally writing the KCSE papers. Some power broke out in our school. And when the power finally came, we saw the fire. So we cannot be able to say whether it is as a result of electrical fault or something else. We can also not rule out the issue of arson. But I'm sure the investigative agencies are doing their best to piece information here and there together and ensure and give us the cause and the source of the fire.
A family in Nyeri is seeking justice after their grade 6 son at Kimathi Primary School drowned in a swimming pool under unclear circumstances. Now the school has been accused of negligence, with the incident reported to be the second one this year. Bridget Agola with the details.
It is a heart-wrenching incident that has left the community in shock. Scholastica Nyambura, mother to Handas Kanura, in profound grief. She recalls her son leaving for school in good health that morning, and his death is the last thing she could think of.
Mtoto wangu nimemlea na shida, hawa mama wote wanijua ile shida nimepitia. Nikila ya huyo mtoto wangu hapa, hakuna mtu mwenye hajui shida yenye nimepitia. Na sikumuua na sikutoa mimba yake. Lakini mtoto wangu saa hizi muone amelalia simiti, amelalia barafu. Mtoto wangu, watoto walikuwa wanapendana kwa nyumba.
Akaenda shuleni na alikuwa mzima. Mtoto wangu hakuwa na shida yeyote. Nilimwamsha asubuhi na mapema, akajitayarisha yeye na brother yake wawili. Yeye na brother yake second born wakakuja shule.
This tragic incident has left parents in the area deeply concerned, as it marks the second child to have lost their life in the school swimming pool over the past 2 years.
Tunasema pole sana kwa hiyo tukio, na tunajua uchungu ya mzazi na wale wote wanahusika, lakini tungependa kusema hivi, kwa sababu nilikuwa hapa mimi mwenyewe pamoja na kamati ya usalama, tuliweza kuangalia na kuchunguza yale ilitendeka.
Despite the rising anger and demand for answers, the school management has declined to comment on the matter, further intensifying the frustration of the grieving family, friends, and relatives who are now united to demand justice. Bridget Agola, Lookuptv.
That particular story is sad state of affairs there, and we really hope that the family gets the strength they need during this particular time as they grieve. To matter sports, William Opaka, former Kabras Sugar rugby player, now at rival team KCB RFC, has exclusively spoken to Lookuptv's Robert Chacha on his debut at KCB during the flood-lit tournament against the Harlequins. Let's take a look.
When the name William Opaka is mentioned, the first thing that hits rugby heads in Kenya is the corner post try that caught him on the score sheet against Senegal in 2021 Bathurst Cup, a match that saw Kenya under 20 chip outshine Senegal rugby 50-3. The former Sugarman has recently pinned a deal with the bankers, a move that showed many special when he donned the KCB regalia during the 4th edition, the Floodies against Kenya Harlequins.
Very amazing, man. It was exciting to play in the team and to give what I had to give to the badge.
Opaka clearly recovers his memorable debut against Queens, which ended up with a massive 45-0, a scoreline for the favor of the bankers.
My first try on my debut, that's something that I'll be remembering over and over again, because it was my first time playing in this club. So giving them the try in my first game, it was okay.
For many athletes, debuts usually come with lots of pressure for the player, but the youngster strong commends his teammates for making him fit and perfectly for the game.
The team has a very nice, it's a united team, and I love the unison in it. So they are really molding me up and knowing things that I didn't know.
Despite coming from a Kenya Cup title defending side, Opaka clearly understands the role to put in more effort since KCB is also a winning side.
I'm going to give my all because I know it's something that I've been wanting ever since I started playing rugby. I love the game. So I'll just play according to what the coach will give us, nothing much.
The 15th Kenya Cup season is set for kickoff. The back three players confident that the season will favor him for big time.
Now, William Opaka, 22 years old, made his first debut for the KCB rugby team. His dream is to play for their club and even win more trophies, as well as eyeing for the bigger championship. Robert Chacha from the KCB rugby team, Nairobi.
Thank you, Chacha, for that particular report. Away from that, Paul Murunga has named the Lionesses side set to face Kazakhstan in their second WXV3 fixture at the Sevens in Dubai on Friday. Now, the squad faces changes compared to the starting lineup from Saturday's 32-0 loss to Spain, with Maureen Chebet making her full test debut. Terry Ayesa replacing Lewin Amazimbi on the wing. Naito Toma missing due to injury, and regular captain Enid Ouma being restored to the starting line. The other four changes are on the bench, where Grace Okulu, Judith Okumu, Phoebe Akinyi and Mercy Migongo join. All right, like I always say, it's always a pleasure and an honor to bring you up to date with the news-making headlines. Pablo Moja says, watching from Ruiru, thank you so much for tuning in. Susan Jepto says, good work, Your Excellency, and that I believe it's to President William Ruto and the story we ran a little bit in this particular program, all right? So, on behalf of everyone that has made this one a success, I do want to say thank you so much for watching. Do have yourselves a lovely night, and let's do this again some other time, God willing. Thank you. Sign language interpreter tonight has been Josephine Ouko. I do wish you a lovely night.
Factual and timely.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to info@lookuptv.co.ke.